Hey y'all, thanks so much for coming onto my channel. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you know that I'm a liar because I said that my first video was going to be a 5-minute makeup look, and let me tell you, I filmed it and filmed it again and filmed it again. And I didn't like it. Every time I rewatched it, I was like, no, I'm not adding this. Not as my first tutorial. So, as my first tutorial, I'm going to show y'all an in-depth foundation routine with a little bit of contour and highlight. So if you'd like to see how I achieve this look, then please keep watching. And thank y'all so much for coming onto my channel. Okay, I feel like every time I film, I'm in a different room. And I am, but I'm trying to get the lighting right for y'all, and I can't tell which is easiest if I have light behind me or in front of me. So I have both right now. Let me scoot up a little bit. Both right now, so I got side lighting and front and back, so hopefully you can see better. So I have been so excited to do this particular video. I don't know what my dog's doing in there. It's really loud. This particular video because it's a foundation routine. And I feel like foundation can make or break your look. And it seems so simple, but it's kind of hard in a way until you get your groove going with foundation. And it took me a while. I've had some amazing makeup looks, times where I thought my foundation is on point. And I've had years where I've had bad foundation and needed a lot of help. So I am not a professional makeup artist. I've worked for a lot of different makeup counters and a lot of different makeup lines, but I don't Monday through Friday go out and do people's makeup for a living. I have a regular job, but I love watching makeup tutorials, and I learned so much from working at makeup counters and doing different people's makeup. I do a lot of my friends' makeups for weddings, nights out, whatever's going on. And so I am really excited to share with y'all my foundation routine. So this is just my everyday foundation routine. I am going to do one later where I dive into different foundations I've tried and what's worked and not worked for me. So this is just my, not every day because I do not wear this every day, so you'll know. But this is a night out, like if I'm going somewhere and I want full makeup on, this is what I would do. So let me get it started for y'all. And first, I'm going to prep my skin with a couple different things. I'm using a moisturizer. This is the Honest Even Brighter Everyday Moisturizer. It's really, really pretty. I tell y'all, going on camera with no makeup on it's gutsy. So now I am using, and this is a sample, so it's a tiny bottle, and that's the Pores No More by Dr. Brand? Not sure, but I'm not sure if y'all can see it, but I'm going to link everything down below. And I'm going to put this on, and this is a really good primer that will help if you're like me and have larger pores or uneven skin, a lot of texture on your skin. It will help to hide that a little bit. All right, and so you know, a drugstore, I'm going to give you all a lot of high-end, or not that this is high-end, but you know, higher end and then more affordable stuff. So one of the more affordable primers you can use is the e.l.f. primer. It's really, really good. They have a couple different ones. I like the green one because I have a lot of redness in my skin, and it's supposed to help with that. I'm talking really fast. I'm going to slow down. All right, now I'm going to use, and I can't show you all my bottle as always because I broke it and I have it in a different bottle, but this is the Borghese Splendore, and this is they have a weird name for it, but it's basically a complexion cream, and it's really shiny, which is what I love. I love that shine, okay? All right, so now let me think, because I do it different ways, and that's why it's taking me a second. In the winter, I go in strictly with a beauty blender, and it is winter right now, but I live in the South, so it's hot. I don't know, it's really confusing. But whenever my skin is a little bit oilier and I need it to stay on better in the summertime, I normally use my Morphe brush and then go in with my beauty blender. So just for sakes of the video, to show y'all the full-on way that I would do it, I'm going to go in with my Morphe brush first, and I'm using one of my very favorite foundations, and this is the Makeup Forever HD foundation. It is really pretty. If you want a great drugstore foundation. I love the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion. I will say if you have oily skin, like me, you really have to set this foundation a lot. But there are some other good drugstore foundations. I've tried the one by e.l.f. and I really like it a lot as well. So there are a lot of different foundations you can do. And I like to take a pump and put it on my brush and then just do little dot to dot to dot, you know. You see what I'm doing. All right. And I go around on the outsides of my face first. I don't know why. I'm kind of OCD. And so I like to go out and then in. Okay, had to check on my dog. He's like making so much racket back there. So I'm going in with this brush and just buffing that out. Notice that I have not buffed around my nose. And that's because I'm using the blender, beauty blender for that. And you can use any different sponges. You know, I think it isn't as much of how great your foundation is. Yeah, there are some foundations that are really expensive and it's because they are bomb. But then there are some that I feel like are really expensive and they're just okay. So to me, I think your foundation look is really affected the most by how you put it on. And yeah. That's it. I think it's about how you put it on. So I'm going in with this beauty blender. There are other sponges as well that you can find anywhere. Target, Walmart, TJ Maxx. This beauty blender is only going to be like at Ulta or Sephora or somewhere like that. I think it's about $20. But when you think about using it every day, it's okay. So I'm going to take one more little pump, like about that much. And I'm going to dab, and I'm just going to really get that area in here now. For some reason, I have a lot of texture around my nose, and I get a lot of redness around my nose. That's why I go in with the Beauty Blender, because I feel like the Beauty Blender does take a lot more of your foundation with it. And I kind of want that around that area. And I do my eyelids as well, just because, I don't know, I don't want my whole face to look flawless or something. Not that it's flawless, but you know what I mean. And then underneath my eye, I'd be like, girl, what is that? And honestly, I didn't know how to name this video because I'm the type of person, I have a really high expectation. So if I see flawless foundation tutorial, I'm thinking, dang, this girl must come out looking like Beyonce, Giselle, Cindy Crawford. And so whenever I put flawless foundation, I'm expecting I'm going to come out Cindy Crawford. So I thought I just heard somebody knock on the door. Anyways, so that is why, I don't know, I feel weird putting that. Because flawless, I'm like, but I feel like that's what everybody searches when they look for foundation tutorials. So whatever. Y'all are probably watching like, girl, that ain't flawless, but it's okay. All right, now I'm going to use two different concealers. This is another thing that can be used, like you can use a lot of different concealers. These are just the ones that I like. So I'm starting with the Kat Von D, and you want to do not too light of a concealer, but you do want it about a shade lighter than your skin tone. And that is obviously a little bit more than a shade. I'm pulling it down. And this is the Kat Von D Locket. You can get it at Sephora, Ulta, those types of places. And I like this one. You do have to blend this one out quite a bit. Other concealers that I like a lot are the MAC Pro Longwear. It's awesome. Tarte Shape Tape, Urban Decay Naked Concealer, I'm pretty sure it's called. Then what else? There's some more. As for drugstore, e.l.f. has a really good concealer, and also I think it's the CoverGirl one that comes in the little tube and it's got the little poof thing at the end. I love that one. I actually use that one a lot, but I've ran out of it. So I'm going to go with the lighter concealer underneath my eye, and then a different concealer. This one is the MAC Select Moisture Cover. And I like this one a lot. I got this for my wedding day. I'm going to go down the nose, above the lip. This is supposed to help you look like you have bigger lips. Okay? And then right down here. And this line on the nose is supposed to help you make it look like you have a slimmer nose or whatever. So now I'm going to go in with this Beauty Blender. I'm going to blend this out first. In this MAC, I really like this concealer, but I wouldn't just recommend this for everybody. It probably is supposed to be for somebody with dry skin. I have really oily skin, but I love it. It gives a really luminous look. I'm like eating this Beauty Blender, like talking to y'all. It gives a really luminous look, but it really doesn't last that long. Or it does, but I don't know. It just depends on the day, honestly. And I think since I am from the South, it depends on the humidity. Hello? So I'm just blending this in with my Beauty Blender. I'm going to get a little closer. And I'm going to go in. And sometimes actually with the Kat Von D, it is real thick. Or not thick, but I don't know. It's just harder to blend. It sticks. Like when it says lock it, it ain't playing around. It is locking it. And so sometimes I feel like I have to even damp my Beauty Blender a second time for this one. And honestly, this is the only one I've been using recently. I ran out of my Urban Decay. I ran out of the CoverGirl one. I think it's the CoverGirl one. Y'all will know when you see it. It's like got red on the packaging, and it's got a poof thing at the top. So you'll know when you see. But I ran out of that one. So I need to do a makeup haul, but it's hard to do a makeup haul when you're on a budget. And my husband, he doesn't really understand, like, wait, how much did you spend at Sephora? He's like, I'm really confused. So anyways, now I am going to, and I know a lot of people don't use this powder anymore, but I love this powder. And it's the Ben Nye Banana Powder. And I just put this directly on my Beauty Blender. But I know, like, a lot of people don't like it. I don't really know. And I'm just going to set this, just my under eye, just right here at the top. Because I am going to go in and do some contour, so I don't want to get it at all down here or anything. But I just want to set that a little bit. Because I know they say don't go over liquid with powder or whatever. Or right away. Or no, don't go over powder with liquid. So like don't put on face powder and then your concealer. Like if you're doing a liquid concealer, you want to do your concealer first and then your powder. And I don't know why I'm breaking out in hives. I'm just really excited for this tutorial. Alright, so now I'm going to go in. Oh, also a fun fact about this. It's like $11 on eBay and there's so much in here. I mean, I wouldn't use all this in a lifetime. Just kidding. I'll be done with it in a week. Okay, so now I'm going in with the infamous Chanel. And this is the Tone Day Chanel, whatever the really expensive thing is. And notice mine is tiny. I got it on eBay as well. And it was cheaper. Can't remember how much it was, but it was cheaper for sure. So I'm going to go in with this and do some little contour. And I'm using this brush from e.l.f. And I got this brush at Target. And I think it was about $6 maybe. Alright, so I'm going to go right here. And I'm going to stay in this corner. Alright? Because I can blend this out and I can blend this up. But you don't want to blend it in. You don't want to get it all in here. You want it to be... just don't do it. I don't know how to explain. Alright, here in the corner, right underneath that cheekbone, also underneath that neck. If any of you have problems with a double chin or anything, this will help you. I don't know about y'all, but I always do the thing where I have my phone and I accidentally turn the camera towards me whenever I'm like watching TV or something. That ain't a good look on nobody. Alright. Now I'm also going to come up here and just do some dots with it. Dot, 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 dot. Don't worry, I'm going to blend this out. Don't panic. And also I'm going to do a line here. I know it seems like I'm getting a lot. I'm really not, but this brush doesn't really fit in this tiny one. Like the normal size of this is really big. I have the cheapo size. I mean, this might not even really be Chanel. I mean, really, y'all, this could possibly be something somebody just cooked up in the kitchen, selling it with Chanel on the top. I really have no idea. In my luck, that's probably the case. So, okay, now I'm going to go in with just a regular, mine's kind of falling apart, but this is just like a buffer brush that I got at Target or something, and it's just a flat brush so that I can blend this out. And whenever you're blending out your contour, you want to move up and towards that hairline. You can come down a little bit, but you really don't want to. You want to move up here in that hairline. And what this does is make your face look slimmer, this L, by going darker here. So you could do this with powder as well. Like if you had a bronzing powder, you can get this same brush, or you can get a brush that's like this, or you can use just a small brush. Like I have contoured with this little MAC brush before and just buffed it out and put it on like this. So whatever you feel comfortable with and whatever you feel like you can control. I mean, I think that's one of the most important things, is don't go buy a lot of tools and a lot of different things if you feel like, or if you've tried them and they don't work for you, then just don't do it. Do whatever works for you. And that's one of the reasons, you know, I have some better brushes that are like this that I could buff this out with, but this is the one that I feel like I have the most control over and that I can use better. And I swear, I don't know why I'm breaking on hives right now, but because I want y'all to like this video so much, I'm breaking out. Y'all better like it and subscribe or I might have a heart attack. I'm just kidding. Okay, so now I'm buffing this out up here, and always with your bronzer, and I know some of this is really basic stuff, but I don't know, this could be the first tutorial that you ever watch, and I remember I basically learned every single thing I know off watching Jaclyn Hill and these other YouTubers, so I don't want to leave anything out that you might not know. So you want to go in a 3 or a butterfly, you could say, and you want to carve this out. That's what's going to make your face look slimmer, and that's what's going to give that contour. And I'm going to do a little bit more concealer up here because I don't know why I get a little bit heavy-handed on my forehead. All right. Let's see. Okay. So now I'm going to take my favorite powder ever. It's the NARS translucent powder in crystals, and it's gorgeous. And I'm going to use a powder brush. This actually isn't a powder brush. I don't really know what it is, but it's this MAC brush that I love to use with this. I'll link it down below. And I'm going to take, it looks like I'm taking a lot, but this is basically gone. So, and I'm just going to put this translucent powder all over my face, and I just kind of want to set everything that we just did just a little bit. And then I'm going to go in with some powder bronzer. I love to be bronzed, so yeah. And I mix all 3 of these. This is the Anastasia kit, and I know that that probably isn't necessarily the thing you're supposed to do the most, is mix all 3, but I like to do it, and this is my video, so whatever I want to do. Okay, so I just did a little of the powder bronzer, and then I'm going to go in with my very favorite Ride or Die blush, the NARS Frenzy. It comes in a little compact. It's really dirty. Don't judge me. And I'm just going to do this blush. Okay, y'all, and so this is my flawless foundation tutorial. And so I feel really weird to end it off like this because I don't have mascara or anything on. So I'm gonna have to put some on. So let me get my mirror up here, and I'm using the Voluminous Millions Lashes XS that I'm obsessed with and been using for a too long of a time. way too long. All right. Yeah, I'm just putting on a little mascara just so y'all don't think I'm an alien or something with all this makeup on and no mascara. By the way, a lot of times whenever I do my makeup, I don't know why, I kind of like sing. I'm like, oh, I don't know why, but I noticed like I've filmed a lot of makeup tutorials already that I haven't posted because I'm not sure about them. But I don't know why there's so many times that I'll hear myself humming when I'm doing my makeup and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is embarrassing. So now I'm going to go in with a gloss. This is my favorite Victoria's Secret Lip Plumper in Nude. And I'm just doing this because I feel like this shows y'all a little bit better on what my makeup looks like. I don't know. If you don't have any mascara on, I feel like it's like, oh, we come in peace. Okay. But thank y'all so much for watching. If there's anything that you would like to see, any tricks, tips, if I don't know how to do them, I'll try to figure out how to do them and show y'all. If there's any products you want me to talk about, I'd be more than happy to. Like I said, I am going to be posting a video talking about different foundations that I've tried that are high-end, that are drugstore, just tons of different foundations. I've tried so many, and some of them have been gorgeous, and some of them have been, I don't know. I don't have words for it. So thank y'all so much for watching this. Please subscribe down below and just let me know if there's anything y'all like to see. I'm so excited that y'all watched, and I hope that you love it. I can't wait to film more tutorials for y'all and to hopefully get to know y'all better.